Everybody, let's get into the Camp Wannakiki Camp Spirit Badge episode. First of all, I know that I've missed the water sports episode, so I do want to give my apologies on that, but it was sad to see that Barbara Wire went home. Shout out to you, Barbara Wire. You're going to be amazing. Trust me, queen. I've seen some of your work, and I also need to find you out here in LA whenever you're performing so I can give you some tips and some love and let you know I really appreciate everything you did on this show, as well as your drag. Also, I want to give a special shout out to the Sugar Bakers, Claire Apparently, Vivica Galactica, and Paris LaRue. I got to see you at DragCon New York City, and y'all were the best, full of love. I got to interview the Sugar Bakers as well as Paris LaRue, so that will be coming out soon. Just be prepared for that to eventually come. I'm trying to make those interviews last a very long time. Currently, the Honey Davenport, Scarlet Envy, and Amber Gesa interview is available now. All right, so me and my Tina Belcher Swampy Pits here are going to go ahead and get through this episode. Shout out to Muffy Fish Basket for giving us a cameo tease appearance as the Sugar Bakers have a trippy flower experience over butterflies and end up in Camp Hoodah where Betty is almost killed, giving us a 80s campy horror tease moment. This was almost Dragula, but less filthy. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. No, I'm not going to do that. No, I did get nostalgia when I saw them playing Foursquare, and I was like, God, I would give anything to do that right now with a group of people. Foursquare was the tea, honey, and I was one of the Foursquare champs. The campers are asked to make up a fun cheer together as a group challenge and present it to the Sugar Bakers and Ruthie. Now, Miss Kitty Litter ATX is the one that sort of headlines this, creates pretty much the entire cheer, with Diana Fire and Coco Jim Holiday giving us the choreography tease that we needed. I thought it was really funny and really cute, and I especially liked it when Tora was like, wait, let me put the campfire in the front. Camera time, blows a kiss, back to start. Don't wake Daddy. If you don't know that game, then you didn't live life. But everyone lived life. I'm not shading anyone. Please don't take that too seriously. Cheer went really well. And now the main challenge for the talent show, which is to get their Camp Spirit Badge, is to create a ghost story. Ooh. This ghost story must be entertaining as well as, I guess, scary, because none of them were scary, to be honest with you. But also give us a great story from beginning, middle to end. They need all the pieces together, right? Let's go ahead and get into these stories. I'll be honest with you, I really wasn't feeling all of them, but I also understand where the process came from and what the girls were trying to do. They needed to create outfits to go with it, and here's how it went. We'll start in order. Diana Fire was the first to go, and I gotta say, it was giving you the spooky tease that we needed, but it was really more funny than spooky, and that's what kept me in line with her story. Also, I live for the pump being straight through the head right here. I thought that was a very cute look and very smart and clever to do. So shout out to you, Diana Fire. I was living. Tora Hyman. Now, the rainbow tears was everything. The Beetlejuice straitjacket in the back kind of look, I was a little like, okay. But the story itself was more sad than spooky, and also something that I think a lot of us can relate to within the LGBTQ community, with something like that, in a sense of, having to hide themselves and almost, going through the sadness of being gay and all of this other stuff. It was more touching and sad than it was sort of like a campfire story that you'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go to sleep at night. But I did like the story a lot, so I definitely gave Tor Hyman some points on that. Claire, apparently, you had me at the wig at the bottom of the bag, and that wig that you pulled out was 4 of the most horrible wigs to ever have graced the entirety of any sort of broadcast, television, YouTube, whatever you want to call it, girl. The story itself, I was like, but I did like how it was finished, and I did enjoy how you acted out the story for us on stage, and I thought the look was also very cute as well. Boris. I love the comedy bits of the story, like, hey, bras, and then how you acted it out. I didn't really care for the look, and then the story itself as it continued to go on and on. I was like, so it's scary because she's a lesbian? I'm not getting that. So it didn't really pull me in like the beginning of it did with your story, but at the same time, I was like, I love Boris. So it just kind of hurt just to see this moment of flatness happen for our drag king. Coco Jim Holiday, you have a very soothing voice, and I actually understood your story and was listening to it. I didn't know what the Sugar Bakers were talking about. No shade to the Bakers, and no shade to Ruthie. I got the story. It did go a little longer, donga, digga, little law, But at the same time, I got it, and I thought it was a little scary how this clown found this boy in a closet. And okay, now that I'm starting to say it out loud, it did low-key not make the full sense that it needed to make, but I also was entertained by it, and I found your voice soothing. Gave you higher points than what they gave you. Vivica Galactica, you had me at Debbie Donuts, Little Debbie, glazed, every joke that could be related to a donut, and the fact that the story did relate to camp at a campfire story scenario situation and theme. I like that from this, and I was here for the story. And Miss Kitty Litter, you have me at your southern drawl every time, sister. You know I'm from Texas, so I love a good old nasty southern drawl. And the comedy was there with your story too. So for me, I was sold from Jump Street already. Every other line was a cute, funny joke. Well, that's all right, Miss Thing. I just lived for that from you, baby. And I was really happy to see you shine this episode. Now, after all the campers are brought in and given their critiques on stage together, the top two is Diana Fire and Miss Kitty Litter ATX. I think we all could see that coming. And the bottom two, which I was low-key surprised, but then again, once everything was explained and I had to rewatch the episode one more time, I said, yeah, I get it. Coco Jim Holiday and Boris to Death. Kitty wins! Yay! I was very excited that Kitty won. She deserved it. She helped out with the cheer. Hell, she wrote the cheer. And she also gave a really great campfire story as well. So shout out to you, Miss Kitty ATX. You did the dang thing, girl. But we lost Boris to Death. I was going to be hot if Coco Jim Holiday went home. True tea. But I was really sad that Boris to Death was eliminated this episode. I'm a fan of Boris, and I love her comedy, and I love her shtick. I love her punny jokes that she always does, and the fact that she's always in on it for me. Let me tell you something, Boris. As someone that reviews shows that deal with drag and go out all the time and, give my, pay my dollars and support drag kings, queens, and everything in between, I was really happy that you got to shine on this season of Camp Wannakiki, and I wish you the most success in the world, baby, because you're hilarious, you're funny. I live for the way you paint your face, and I think that you have a lot more to give and more to go. You have a lot more ahead of you in your life and career. So I give you all the love in the world, and I wish you much success. Y'all, we have 6 queens left on Camp Wannakiki, honey. The tide, it's getting low here, honey. The tide's getting low. I think this is 3 more that need to be eliminated, and then a top 3 until we get to the finale. Woo! I'm excited. If you're not watching Camp Wannakiki, I don't know what to tell you, but you need to get into it. It's your boy, Matty Rants. Hugs and kisses, best love and wishes to you. I'll see you next week, and on time this time, with the day after the episode review for Camp Wannakiki. Shout out to those who are also going to be watching this Dragula review that will be posted before this review. I hope you get to this one, and then we have Drag Race UK around the corner, plus those interviews that I have as well. Lots of content for the channel. Talk to you later. Bye.